What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Make It Kustom. I'm Carl Fisher, and I'm sorry about the audio, but this is our last little bit of footage that doesn't have audio, so we're going to get right into it. But I'd like to throw a huge shout out to Danny at All Professional Sandblasting and Painting in Port Kells, British Columbia. It is incredible the amount of work that he's done, and we're about to go pick up the deck right now and see what it looks like with its final coats of paint. Really excited, so don't forget to like, click, subscribe, hit notifications, and let's reassemble the ramp truck and finish it for good. So what we're using here is 3/4 inch plywood treated. This stuff is supposed to be really good for being out in the elements. That's why it's a little bit more costly, but I like the fact that we're making all these boxes out of wood because it'll be super easy to put temporary structure in there if we've got to hold anything specific. Like, these boxes are massive so that we can put large things in them. Not only like is it for if we were to pick up a bunch of stuff, we've got some dry storage, maybe luggage if we're road tripping, but we can also fit a bunch of tools in there. So having them wood just makes them pretty versatile as to, being able to change them and fit them for what we need to bring with us on whatever adventures we're going on. So that's why I'm going with wood. bit of a workout. See? Oh, I'm just gonna be sore tomorrow. That is the capacity of this bender. 16 gauge steel or 14 gauge aluminum. So this stuff is 80 thou aluminum, which I think that's 14 gauge. Is that 14 gauge?
It's 14 gauge steel, but aluminum was measured differently.
Yeah, that's something weird that I learned. I got schooled on actually. I did not realize this, but when you say 14 gauge steel, it is a completely different material thickness than 14 gauge aluminum. Don't ask me why they did that, but it was explained to me by metal supermarkets that I was like, yeah, 14 gauge would be, or I think I was asking for a different size, and I thought it was going to be thick enough, and it wasn't, because it's completely different material thickness when you refer to aluminum. Weird. Elio's never heard of that. Maybe that guy was wrong.
Ooh. The metal store guy was wrong.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so update on the fixed flex plate deal. It's kind of savage, actually. We put the flex plate on, got the gears changed. The gears are now 538s, they were 463s. Made a massive difference in the way it drives. We definitely talked about that. But the very unfortunate thing is the squeal is still there. That flex plate was viciously broken like 180 degrees and split up the side. And that wasn't the noise. So, unfortunately, now we're looking at oil pump,
pickup, or camber.
Yeah. We are going to put the juices in it, the miracle juices, and see if that helps. I have not. I've been told by my brother to get the ZDP additive or get like that hot rod oil, that Lucas hot rod oil that has zinc in it. And then also liquid moly.
Yeah.
Liquid moly, it's like a lubricity additive.
Well, that's a brand, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's for, I think there's like a few different kinds. I forget which one is that, but that's what we're going to try to promote it. And hey, worst comes to worst, it's an LS, it's pretty cheap, like, but could have had a diesel by now. All right, well, got this one done. The seals are a little stiff. I don't know if maybe I made it a little bit too tight, but it's not bad. That worked out really good. Those seals are pretty sweet. Not a sponsored thing, but that's news to me that you can just get a universal seal like that from Princess Auto. So it kind of opens up the mind as far as like other stuff that you could build, toolboxes and other things you could seal, doors, and I don't know, make all kinds of stuff.
You can probably use that for trunk gutters trim too, seal too.
Trunk gutter seal, yeah.
Yeah, because it's pretty hard to find a lot of cars you can't buy it specifically, but
yeah,
it bends
exactly.
pretty nice around corners too, we tested out. So
yeah, well, I clipped the corners to bend like a super sharp corner. They also have other sizes, like this stuff's I think the 3/8. Anyway, that's how that's going. I'm using like seam sealer caulking in the sides here. Like I do want these to be as, watertight as possible. That's why it's treated wood. It's like, we're gonna use caulking on all the seams outside of the box as well. Like we're just gonna kind of over seal it, I guess. The caulking, I got some like flexible stuff too, just in case like it's bouncing around or whatever. So I'm going to jump onto this one or maybe that one and do the exact same thing. It is working super well, just like using that bandsaw that we got from KBC Tools there, and just like bandsawing, you know, the miters onto these. I'm just putting a little bit of sealant in between the miters too, like right in there, right in the corners. And yeah, I pop a couple holes in it, one on each end. I use a small screw and just place them. But what I will be doing is actually running a self-drilling, self-tapping screw through this, through the plywood, and into like the angle iron frame everywhere. I just think opening and closing the toolboxes, if you only have a screw or multiple screws screwed into just wood, I think over time it wouldn't be that good. So yeah, it would just wiggle itself and eventually get loose, and we don't want that. So as painful as it is to use self-drilling, self-tapping screws through like 1/8" steel, you know, times however many, 50, 100, we're gonna do it, because I think that that's what you need to make sure that this doesn't eventually get loose. Anyway, that's that. Let's keep going. We're almost there. My brother came over, decided to give me a hand with all these lights. He builds all the trucks pretty much for the landscaping business that him and my dad run together, and loves making sure that they look good and are to code, so to speak. So he's helping me. We're going to drill a whole bunch of holes in this thing, make a huge harness, and get a ton of LEDs, markers put all over this thing. I think I'm going to use the same circuit as well to light up toolboxes. That's something else we're going to do, is add some toolbox lighting up underneath the top of the toolboxes. Just some nice LED lighting, and they will be connected to the same circuit as the marker light circuit, so that you know, you can't accidentally kill your battery, because obviously you're going to shut your lights off. here's where we're at. The last thing you saw was me probably putting in some seals and just kind of like getting a bunch of the marker light wiring done. So where we're at now is, skip ahead a little bit. All the marker lights are finished wired. I've done all the toolbox lights. So there's little lights inside these toolboxes everywhere. Let's have a little look. We're about to put the deck on. We're finally there. Elio's done an awesome job making the wire drop downs for all the toolboxes, and then he's also siliconed and sealed the toolboxes from the inside. So he's gonna turn the marker lights on. Let's see those marker lights. Ooh, yeah, that looks cool. My brother insisted on doing those front markers so that when we're driving down the road, you can kind of see the cab. I think that's pretty cool. What do you think?
I think it looks really good.
Nice. Nice. Let's see the toolbox action here. Oh yeah, there's two of them. Ooh. Oh, look at that. It's nice and bright. This toolbox has 2 lights. So the other one's right there. You know, you can they're just right up there. See? Pretty cool. Cool. Gonna turn that off. Those are plumbed in with those are wired in with the marker lights. So if you're on the side of the road, you can just pull the headlight switch 1 click. And we got this one. Same deal. Ooh. Handy dandy. All sealed up. We're coming to a shop near you. I don't know. That's what the whole point of this is tons of storage so that we could actually like take this on a road trip, maybe do some classes, maybe help some subscribers with their projects in their own garages. That's kind of like hopefully what we're gonna do whenever we take this out. It's kind of the idea. So more to come on that, but for now, we are done with the wiring. We are done with the boxes. We are just about done with this deck. Everything is ready to go, so we can just plug and play once our back panel goes on and top diamond plate, which is what we're gonna do now. And then after that, we are gonna see if we can go say hi to Danny over at All Professional Sandblasting, who helped us with the deck. We really want to just go show him, be like, hey, we finished it. Like, this is how great it looks. Thanks for being a part of it. So that's hopefully what we're going to do today. And then just like take it for a cruise and stand back and look at it and show you guys what our finished ramp truck looks like. So there's a show, not this weekend, but next weekend. It'll be like the first show that it goes to as a done truck. We're gonna do that as well. It's on Vancouver Island. It's called Laid Out. So if you're local, come see us there. If you're not local, come see us there. Like, whatever, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna try and do Sleepy Hollow Run as well. If you don't know where that is, that's on the Sunshine Coast. It's a cruise on Friday night and show Saturday. We're gonna try and do that as well. So anyway, let's get to the deck.
We did it! Good job, Elio. Yeah, we are very, very excited to have the ramp truck finished. It's painted. Thank you so much to All Pro Sandblasting, All Professional Sandblasting in Port Kells. Hit them up. Can't thank them enough. They were not doing this as a promo. They were just reaching out because they're fans of the channel and wanted to help. So much appreciated. Yeah, the deck is done. We've got all the screws back in it. We got the license plate back on it. Elio and I kind of just did a bunch of work with, without the camera because we were just trying to get her done. So I want to show you what the little finishing touches are. One of them being our little ramp pin is it's a little chrome pin now, finishing touches. We've got the ramps in there. We've got our license plate light on. All the toolbox lights are actually hooked up with the toolbox lights and marker lights are all hooked on the same circuits. All our grounds are right at the back. We've got, trailer wiring done. Yeah, just so stoked. And when we're driving this thing, it's actually like, I'm not gonna say for sure, but it feels like maybe it's getting a little quieter on the squealing, but at the same time, I think we are gonna look for another engine. So quite possibly a little bit larger one. Has 3 digits on it, ends with a 9. I don't know if that's like a, we might be doing that. So anyway, yeah, here's the ramp truck. It's all done. I wanna thank everybody for following along with this build. We're not really like a build it to completion channel. So we did see a little drop in some of the analytics. I don't know if it's because of that, and we were kind of doing a little bit less metalworking, but we are looking to just start focusing back on making videos specifically for you guys. And one of the things that we're gonna do is kind of talk to people on our Patreon page and just find out like what it is that you guys really value the most on Make It Kustom and just tailor everything towards that. We think we have a pretty good idea. We think that it's like more of like simple tools, rush repair, like everyday stuff that everybody's doing on their builds. And so we're gonna get into a little bit more of that. You can expect that on the channel coming up in the next month or two. And yeah, anyway, and huge shout out, thank you so much to our sponsors. We had a couple major sponsors that really helped us out on this build with tools, with some funding, and that's Fast Cut CNC. Thank you so much, guys. And KBC Tools, thank you so much. The tools themselves and the funding really helped get this build done. So that's where we're at. Thank you everybody for watching, because really this channel, this build, like none of this would be here without you guys. So thank you very, very much for that. And yeah, don't forget to like, click subscribe, hit notifications, and we will see you on the next one. Later, everybody. And last, but very much not least, I want to thank Brent from Half-Ass Customs for making this truck happen. The way this all went down, in the beginning, Brent just reached out, Brent, in the very beginning, Brent at Half-Ass Customs saw that I was trying to do a YouTube channel after seeing some of our Instagram stuff, and he really did support and try and help us get our first, 1,000 subscribers so that the channel could grow enough to be monetized. And he's just kind of always been supporting what we're trying to do here. So I just want to make a huge shout out to Brent at Half-Ass Customs. Thank you so much for everything. You started off this project by just like hitting me up saying, let's collaborate, let's just work on something together. We were gonna do the floors in the Cadillac, and I kind of like steered towards this thing, and look at what happened. So this is amazing. He's been out here 3 times to come help work on this truck, and without that push and motivation, this would not have happened. Also, massive thank you to Elio Panoni, who you don't see as much as you see me, but has made sure that this truck got done and has helped in more ways than any of you will ever know. So massive thank you to both those guys as well, along with all our sponsors, all you subscribers, everybody. But just wanted to say this wouldn't have happened without everyone supporting. So thank you very much, and we'll see you guys later. Until the next build.